welcome to my Saturday jam session. I'm Jiao Shi, and we are here to just exchange and jam. So I want to invite all of you to look at our blog this week, where we're talking about Daoyin exercises, the Way of Softness. And these are aerobic type exercises from antiquity. Aerobic type exercises from antiquity, where you're doing coordinated breathing, but in a more low impact way instead of the high calisthenic way of cardio. And they did this in ancient times because with low energy, I should say low impact, high energy movements, then you would have longevity like the turtle. And the turtle is one of the most, or the tortoise is one of the most longer living species on the planet. So this is where they would model their exercises with the turtle or the tortoise. And that way they could get the benefit from this kind of example. So I invite you to read about this blog, and then we have a morning workout that we do every morning, Monday through Friday, for just a half hour. And like I said, it's low impact, high energy. As you start to build up your energy, you start seeing a lot of benefits with flexibility and stability and all kinds of different things. So great. So let's jam. Let's start talking about lime. If you've gone to some of my previous jam sessions every week, we've been talking about summer fruits. We started with the summer solstice, and then we've been going to the minor heat, and then we've been talking about, now we're moving into the period of major heat. So in Chinese medicine terms, this is actually a normal cycle where the planet is just getting hot. You used to start seeing all kinds of very hot temperatures in other places, different places on the planet, and then all kinds of just different movements throughout the planet. Typically, Chinese medicine has, or Chinese culture, Chinese cosmology has 5 seasons, not 4. So if you've been following along with us every week, you'll realize we're getting to the 5th season, which is a season of major heat where it's hot, it's humid, it's sticky, it's terrible. So then now we're going to be using the lemon lime. And most of us know in the West about lemonade or limeade and using the lemon in different ways. Well, they also use it in Asia for a wide variety of different things. But when we look at the actions and indications on how to use it, we see that it regenerates the body fluids. So if you're very hot and you're losing a lot of body fluids, because why? Remember, in ancient times, there is no air conditioning. There is no way to do climate control other than eating foods, and your body goes and activates its own internal climate control. So this regenerates the body fluids, harmonizes the stomach, which aids in your digestion, regulates the qi, which means regulates your overall body circulation, and allows your body to now shift between different temperatures and very easily and very smoothly. Obviously, we need something in the summertime that quenches the thirst. So if you ever drinking lemonade and just immediately feel that relief, like, then we can use this particular fruit to quench the thirst. And then when we say benefits the liver, in Chinese medicine, the liver is just not a biliary tool that helps regulate emulsification in the body. It also actually helps with emotion. And so we say that the liver is a seat of all emotion. So when you now take the lemon or the lime, you know that feeling when you're drinking lemonade and you just feel like, that's the liver actually feeling like, oh, I'm not stressed, I don't have a traffic jam, and things start flowing again. And now that things are flowing and you're starting to move throughout the body, it helps aid digestion, relaxes yourself, and then you're less stressed out. So that is the lemon and the lime. So now let's talk about the next yang fruit, because obviously this is treetop fruits we're talking about. Then we also have the peaches, So peach is actually a very well-known fruit in Chinese folklore. And in Chinese folklore, they talk about it, the immortal Guanyin. And she is the one that gives the elixir of immortality to the immortals every year. And one of the things that she offers is the immortal peach. And the immortal does the peach to the immortal. So they call it the immortal peach. And with its actions, it begins to now lubricate the lungs. So if you're having things like cough, or you're having any type of respiratory issues in the summertime, then now you will use the peach to help regulate your lungs and help do what? Clear any of the heat, because obviously the heat of the summer is getting your body too hot, and you can get your lungs very congested at times. And people are having what they would say is the common cold. It will actually help benefit your lungs to now alleviate those particular symptoms. When we say it's AIDS and diabetes, this is actually a new term from a Chinese medicine standpoint. The ancient term for this condition is called shaoke. Shaoke means thirsting and wasting disorder, where the person would have constant thirst and then little by little they would waste away to nothing. So then now we use the peach to help generate the fluids, regenerate things like the pancreas, the pancreatic fluids, pancreatic enzymes, get to aiding digestion and regulating now the biliary pancreatic matrix. Now you're looking at those two things and they're working together. So now this fruit will actually help regulate this process. So if you're having real issues and you're already like type 2 diabetic or something like that, we can use this particular fruit, especially if you're a yang type, and this can actually regulate function in your body. Then when we say induce sweating, what we mean is that as your body's promoting fluids, lubricating the lungs, and now it's generating so much fluid that now the pores want to open, and now the sweat glands just produce a little bit of moisture. It's not like you're sweating so much that you're losing fluids. In actuality, this is because you are so productive that your body now has excess fluid to now release. So now those are our yang fruits. Let's get into some of the yin fruits. So now we have cantaloupe. And last week, so the few weeks we've been talking about other types of melons like golden melon and cantaloupe. We know a lot here in the West, we use cantaloupe. This can actually clear the heat like the golden melon, and it can quench the thirst like the lemon. And because we're in the hottest point of the year, melons are actually really good for this time of the year. Relieves the summer heat problems. So summer heat can bring things like rashes, can bring things like urticaria or other types of hives type of issues. And this can actually cool your body down, get that internal AC going, and actually bring your body back to its normal. Because in ancient times, the way that they looked at the body is that the blood is running through these vessels. Now, if you're getting dehydrated or your blood begins to boil, they say it will boil out of the vessels, literally boil out of the vessels, and now move into the tissue and then move into the skin, and all kinds of skin issues that the dermatologist may see and can't figure out why you're having them. The ancients would say, oh, your blood is boiling and it's boiling out of the vessels. Then they would give you something like cantaloupe, and then allow your body to cool down. It would go back into the vessels, and then now they'd say, oh, well, your skin disorder has resolved itself, but we don't understand why. Because from that standpoint, we now just cooled it down. So just imagine, I turn on a pot of just water. It begins to boil. There's two things I can do. I can add cold water to it, and that will decrease the boiling, or I can remove the heat, and then the water will start to cool down. In this particular case with cantaloupe, it's like adding cold water to the rest of the water, and then now everything begins to cool down. Your body begins to produce fluids, and then now you can relieve the summer heat problems. In that process now, because things are going downward and you're cooling down, this helps the renal urinary bladder system, where now your body is now moving things through and promoting urination. So this is why when you're eating things like melon, you can now aid a lot of different systems by just taking a slice of melon and eating it to what your fill is. It doesn't mean you have to eat the whole melon, it just means that you can eat to your fill. So then last we have the summer squash. So the summer squash, which in the West we can call zucchini, or we may know it as zucchini, this is a fruit, not a vegetable, and it actually provides moisture and the body producing hydration. So this can clear heat. And remember, the summer heat gets the body so hot that sometimes as the body's producing all kinds of products, it can get oversaturated with those products and then build up internal toxicity. So with the zucchini, this is what it means by it detoxifies. It's moving things down, moving things out, promoting your body's ability to urinate and to remove any of those excesses that your body's building up. It can quench your thirst. And this is the key for this particular yin fruit. It relieves restlessness. So if you're having trouble sleeping, or if you're having issues where you're tossing and turning, you're restless leg syndrome, what have you, then now you can incorporate this if you're a yin type, and your body can get a benefit from it. So now we have the yang fruits that we talked about, the lemon and lime, the peach, and then we have the yin fruits, which are the cantaloupe and the summer squash or zucchini. So that is my particular short presentation about summer fruits.